All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are talking about a fundamental shift in how we get information online. I mean, maybe the biggest shift since search engines were invented. We're moving from a world of searching to a world of asking, and you're going to want to know how to be a part of that new conversation.
So let's kick things off with the one question that every single person creating content or marketing a business needs to be wrestling with right now. What if your most important audience isn't a person at all, but an AI? Because like it or not, that is the new reality we're all stepping into.
And look, this isn't some sci-fi future we're talking about. Gartner is predicting that by 2026, and that's just around the corner, the amount of traffic from traditional search engines is going to drop by a massive 25%. And why? It's all because of generative AI, which doesn't give you links, it gives you answers.
Okay, so let's dig into our first section. What we're seeing here isn't just a small tweak. Search as we know it is changing, and it's changing forever. The whole game of just trying to rank high on a page full of blue links? Well, that's officially over.
I mean, think about it. For the last 20 years, when you searched for something, you got a big list of websites. You had to do the work. Click the links, read the pages, figure out who to trust. The new world, it just skips all that. The AI does the reading for you and hands you a single, neat answer. We're going from finding information to being given information. It's a total game changer.
All right, so that brings us to our next section, where we'll unpack how this new landscape is really taking shape. And it's got a whole new vocabulary to go with it. We're not just talking about search engines anymore. We're talking about answer engines.
In this chart right here, it just lays it all out perfectly. You see, a search engine's whole job was to rank pages, to give you a list of options. But an answer engine, think ChatGPT or Perplexity, its goal is totally different. It's built to synthesize knowledge and give you one single coherent response. So you see, the goal isn't just to be on the list anymore, the goal is to be in the answer.
So if the world is new, we're going to need a new set of skills. And that discipline is called LLM optimization, or LLMO for short. You can think of it like the new master key. It takes everything we know from traditional SEO and combines it with these new ideas like answer engine optimization. The entire point is to make your content so clear, so trustworthy, that an AI can easily grab it and use it in a response.
So you might be wondering, how does the AI actually pick its sources? Well, it's basically a three-step process. First, it starts with its original training data, all that historical info it was fed. Second, and this is so important for staying up to date, it uses a system called RAG to pull fresh, live information right from the web. And third, it has to decide what's trustworthy. To do that, it evaluates content using Google's own framework: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. You might have heard of it as EEAT.
So when you put all of that together, what does it really mean? It leads you to this one absolutely critical conclusion. The game has changed. The new goal isn't to be number one on a search page. The new goal is to be a trusted source that the AI itself wants to reference. It's all about getting cited.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get into the fun part, the how. This is your practical playbook, the actual strategies you can use to win in this new age of answer engines.
Tactic number one is all about the foundation. You have to structure your content for machines. Before an AI can be impressed with your brilliant ideas, it literally has to be able to read your page. That means using clean, logical structure. Think of descriptive headers, FAQ sections, and schema markup as signposts that guide the AI. And of course, clean HTML is a must so it doesn't get confused.
Our second tactic sounds simple, but it is so powerful. Lead with the answer. Just be direct. Look at this example. Instead of burying the main point in a long, winding sentence, just state the fact up front. A direct, factual statement is incredibly easy for a language model to pull out and use. You're basically serving up the key information on a silver platter. All right, so once your content is structured well and it's direct, the next level is depth. AI really values comprehensive content. It's on the hunt for that single best source that explains a topic from every possible angle. The definitions, the use cases, the pros, the cons. Your goal is to become that one-stop shop, the definitive source that makes for a perfect, well-rounded AI summary.
Now this tactic connects right back to that EEAT stuff we were talking about. You gotta prove your authority. Think of it this way. LLMs are incredibly cautious. They're risk-averse. They do not want to get things wrong. So you need to help them trust you by backing up your claims. Link out to primary sources, cite data from big reports, reference respected media. Every single one of those external links is like a vote of confidence for your content.
And finally, don't let your great content go stale. That's where our fifth tactic, freshness, comes in. Because these AI systems are pulling live data from the web, they really value recency. So go back and look at your older articles. Can you update the stats? Add a new case study? Refresh the dates? A really simple update can send a powerful signal to an LLM that your content is current and relevant right now.
Okay, for our final section, let's talk about the payoff. Because this isn't just theory, right? The stakes here are incredibly high, and these strategies are already creating a huge gap between the winners and the ones being left behind.
You want proof this actually works? Just look at Monday.com. They went all in on this. They restructured their content to be incredibly comprehensive, to have that semantic depth we talked about, and the result? A mind-blowing 1,570% increase in organic traffic. That's because this strategy makes you visible to both old-school search and the new AI answer engines.
So here's where we're headed. Right now, we're in this blended, transitional phase. But very soon, AI summaries are just going to be a standard part of search. And if you look even further out, things like voice assistants, Siri, Alexa, they're going to rely almost completely on a single generated answer. Think about that. There won't even be a list of links to choose from, just one answer.
So the main takeaway here is really simple. We have to stop thinking of LLM optimization as some little side project or an optional extra. It isn't. It is the core, necessary evolution of our search strategy. It is the new SEO.
And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty critical question to think about. As AI becomes the main doorway to all the world's information, you really have to decide. Is your content going to be authoritative enough, clear enough, and deep enough to be the source? Or will it just get sidelined, lost in the noise of a machine's training data? The choice really is up to you.